Hello viewers, what I'm bringing you today is the new Honor 3 Wi-Fi 6 router, the cheapest one on the market you can buy. So what you're looking at is the Huawei X3 Pro, have been reviewed a few weeks ago. It was the cheapest Wi-Fi 6 router on the market, and I also reviewed the even cheaper one, the X3 version. So now what we are looking at is the new cheapest Wi-Fi 6 router, the Honor 3. So first let's have a look at it. So on your left is the Honor 3, and on your right is the X3 Pro. So except for the color, and it looks very similar to each other, but I think the Honor 3 is a little bit smooth on every corner, but basically it's the same, and the X3 Pro is sharp everywhere. So the ports are exactly the same. We have 4 ports. One is for WAN and 3 for LAN. We'll support the 1 GB network. So this time I'm going to show you a little bit about the Wi-Fi configuration. So I'm connected to the Honor 3 Wi-Fi. So what you can see here is this too is the X3 Pro Wi-Fi network located in the first floor. I'm now sitting at the first floor, so I still can have the signal, which is very good for me. And this is the new Honor 3 network. I'm going to connect to it. And this is the page telling that you can use the Huawei app to do some much more easy configuration. Unfortunately, all the website is in Chinese, and I'm going to stick with it. This panel is to set up your Wi-Fi, everything here. Okay, so you have to set your net password here. This is the admin password for the admin panel. You also need to set up your Wi-Fi password. So this is change the network. You can use the IPv4. You can have both IPv4 and the v6. So it's setting your Wi-Fi network, and you will need to wait for a few seconds here. Okay, it's done. Let's see the network. So for the first time of the configuration might have some problem, but it's not big problem. It will be automatically connected. And now you just need to key in your password. And here we go. So this page, you will see your network status. So you can see that we have 1 device connected. Here you can have your network setting, the Wi-Fi setting, the device management. So this one is the one I'm using. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi 6 network. More settings. This page you can see the information of your router and basic information here. Upgrade management. We already need to do the upgrade. I'll do that later. The LAN setting, VPN setting, IPTV, UPnP. This is the mesh network. So basically you need to set the same password here on your master and the child devices, and if you have the same password and you connect them to each other, then it will be configured automatically and extend your network. It's very easy to use. So we have the IPv6 setting, the Wi-Fi setting, basic information here. Wi-Fi access setting, so you can block your devices or you can whitelist your devices here. The guest setting, you can open a guest Wi-Fi network for your guests. Wi-Fi repeater, Wi-Fi timer to set timer for switching on or switching off your Wi-Fi. DNS safety setting, you have the firewall, you have the net, DMZ, another firewall to block the website identified by Huawei, which is not safe and will block it automatically. System setting here. So this is another feature for this router. It's supposed to be blind plugin, so we'll identify which port is using for WAN or for LAN. It's very good for newcomer who is not familiar with the Wi-Fi router. Backup, diagnosis, developer option, some other functions. It will detect your devices automatically, and this is for speed up your network. You will have some frequently used websites to be cached. And this is the user improvement program. Normally I will switch it off because it's collected some information of you. So this is the basic information about this router. And now what I'm going to do is do a simple and faster speed test. This time I'm not going to do any signal test because, to be honest with you, the Honor 3 is exactly the same as the X3. So 2 Wi-Fi boosters and GigaHome dual-core CPU. Everything is the same except for the price. So what you can see here is the network performance is exactly the same. So actually this new Honor 3 Wi-Fi 6 router cost me less than $30 US, which is really cheap for a Wi-Fi 6 router. And to be honest, actually the Honor 3 and the Huawei X3 is exactly the same thing with a little bit different outfit. And actually Honor and Huawei are the same company, and I think the reason for them to have two brands under the same company is exactly different kind of customers. So the Honor is targeting the people who is willing to change or upgrade their devices more frequently. So they will pay less budget on their basic devices and do upgrade it more willing every year or 2 years. Something like that. So if you ask me whether I will choose the X3 or the Honor 3, to be honest, I will choose the Honor 3. But actually, I think the better choice is to have the X3 Pro, even it's a little bit more expensive than the X3 and the Honor 3. But it has 2 more Wi-Fi boosters, so will give you more signal coverage. So that's all from me today, and thank you very much for watching. See you next time.